welcome to part 6 of the World of Wonder mini album. I am using my Big Shot to cut out circles of patterned paper to match 2 chipboard circles I had previously cut for another page in the album. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trace onto the back of the chipboard circles the flourish on the edge of the album, so that the circle will follow the flourished edge of the album at the bottom there instead of sticking off the album. And now that I've done that with both circles, I'm going to use my Scotch Quick Dry Tacky Adhesive to cover the circles with glue and then with patterned paper. Once the circles have been covered with patterned paper, I'm going to trim them down with my craft knife, and then I'm going to use my plaid white acrylic paint with the Ranger Dauber top on the bottle to go around the edges of the 2 shapes with white paint, and that's how I'm going to get a white edge, and that's how I got the white edge throughout the album. So now I'm just preparing my canvas Alice in Wonderland woodcuts, and because I was going to pop the circle up on Pop Dots so that things could be slid behind it, I have also popped up half of the woodcuts, the part that sticks over the top, and then I'm going to use a glue dot to adhere the part that is on the circle itself. So you see how I'm just kind of arranging my woodcuts, and my goal was for them to look like a fan of cards, like if you were holding cards in your hand and you'd fanned it out to see what you had in your hand. So that's what they look like now. I wasn't 100% happy with them because I'm going to put the title on the 2 sides, and I didn't like the way the title looked with the bottom edge of the cards. So I'm going to add another chipboard circle with patterned paper in the same way as I added the first one, so that I'll have a flat uniform surface to add my title. And the title is going to be Let's Play, and that was inspired by the cards. These are all the cards, the Queen of Hearts and her card army, and so they kind of gave me the idea. They're always playing games, they play croquet, everything. So this is going to be Let's Play. So once again, I'm just trimming around the new bottom edge and then going around with the white craft paint and getting my edge. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put more dimensional adhesive on the back of these pieces so I can pop them up over the woodcuts that I printed out on Claudine Hellmuth's sticky back canvas from Ranger. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to put the adhesive on part of the chipboard piece, because the rest of the chipboard piece is going to be supported by the dots. Now I have the Tattered Angels Glimmer Chips, that's the butterfly font, and I'm going to be using the letters on the inside. And you see how I've gotten to the P in Let's Play, and I'm sticking what's left of my P to a piece of painter's tape so I don't lose the insert to the P. Like you see there, I've trimmed that out, and that's how I'm going to store it. So that's just a tip for those letters that have those little pieces that can help you keep them together. And I used one of the little antenna that gets popped out of the butterflies as an apostrophe for Let's. So now what I've got here is I've got my Glimmer Mist swatch it book that I've created, and I'll put a link to the blog post that explains how I did that. And I'm going to spray them in Starfish, which is a really pretty red with kind of a pinkish coral shimmer to it. It's nice. And so that's what I'm doing here. And once I'm done with this and it's dry, I'm going to glue all the letters down to my page. So I'm going to have a really pretty shimmery title. And this is a nice font, and I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. So here I'm just arranging my letters to get them exactly the way that I want them. And then I'm going to go through with the Scotch Quick Dry Tacky Adhesive and glue them all down that way. I put this kind of adhesive on most chipboard letters, like thickers, that have adhesive on them. It just helps them stick better. So now I'm going through and if you remember the scene in Alice in Wonderland where the cards have to paint the roses from white to red, that gave me the idea to add some flowers to the page. And the flowers, some of the flowers are white and some of the flowers are half white and half red. These are paper flowers from a company called Wild Orchid Crafts. It's out of the UK, and these particular flowers are their cherry blossoms. And so I've glued those down, and I used just a hot glue gun for those. And that's what it looks like. And so now I'm just going to show you what's been done in the album so far, just to kind of refresh your memory so you can see where this page fits in with everything else. And now I'm showing you how you can stick tags down behind the cards in the back there. Depending on what I decide to do with the albums, if there's room for that. You can see that I went back and added the flowers later, since you don't see the flowers here. And I use that a lot. You know, sometimes a page just isn't done. So here's the next page, and I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.